Today we're talking more about Ghost of Yotei and Hades 2, as well as a little bit of Fortnite and EAFC 26. Let's discuss all of this and more on the Late Night Gamer podcast. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 68 of the Late Night Gamer podcast. Next week's going to be a fun one. Your place for late night laughs, hot takes and video game reviews. I'm your host Welchy, and joining me tonight are Mr. Pop Figures himself, Andy.
Hello guys, yeah, pleasure to be back. It was a fun last episode. Got very heated, but I'm happy to be talking about Ghost of Yotei more.
And also joined by our resident horror expert, Stephen.
I compose myself after that, Welchy. That really caught me off guard and it tickled me. And I was thinking about it in my head, and then you actually said it. I was like, oh, yeah. Yes, hello, guys. It's great to be back. I've not been on a gaming podcast, like, in terms of talk about what I've been playing, because the last couple of weeks I've had, like, car trouble, and then for something other reason. So I can finally talk to you about my experience on Ghost of Yotei, which I'm very excited to do, as well as talk about Fortnite as well.
Yeah, obviously we've got a lot to talk about and a little bit less time tonight, so we're going to go straight into it. Of course, this is the Late Night Gamer podcast. We drop 2 episodes every week, typically on a Wednesday and a Friday. If you enjoy the podcast, then please do consider following or subscribing on your favorite podcast service, and also leave a rating, as that really helps support the podcast. You can follow us on all major socials with the handle at the LNG Pod, and you can join our Discord using the link in the podcast description if you want to chat movies, TV shows, and video games. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, you can now leave comments on there too. And of course, our podcast is available on YouTube if that is your platform of choice. Be sure to also check out the LNG Pod on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, our content schedule for the week beginning 13th of October looks like this. On Tuesday, you had our favourite movies from 2010 to 2014 on the Late Night Movie Podcast. On Wednesday was our best horror games of all time episode on the Gaming Podcast. Thursday, we had 2 horror movie reviews in Good Boy and Him. And then this episode is launching or releasing on Friday, where we're discussing basically what we've been playing this week or recently. In terms of Twitch streams, I should be streaming Friday and Saturday with more Ghost of Yotei. Not streaming Thursday because Pokemon Legends ZA releases. I do have a rotating segment, but I am going to save it because we're a little bit shorter on time tonight.
Okay.
I feel like we've not done a rotating segment in a while now, but it's just one of those things. Let's get into it. Obviously, I want to talk about multiple games, but Ghost of Yotei is the biggest thing right now. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's playing it, and we didn't get Stephen's thoughts last week. So, Stephen, how many hours are you into the game, and what are you thinking of it so far?
So I am only 5 hours into the game. It's really frustrating that it's come out at a time where there's just so much going on, like in my personal life, but also sort of all the stuff watching movies at the cinema, watching stuff on TV, and also because of what I'll talk about later with Fortnite. I'm sort of trying to juggle my time. I'd love to be in a position where I could just literally play all day, every day Ghost of Yotei, which is probably a clear indication to say that I absolutely love the 5 hours of Ghost of Yotei that I have done at this moment. I mentioned it earlier when I was talking about The Quarry, funnily enough, in the best horror games, where a game starts and within sort of like 10 seconds that game had got me like by the jaw and was like, you're in. And I had exactly the same process when Ghost of Yotei began. It looks utterly incredible. I mean, I know that loads of games on PlayStation look amazing. There was just something about Ghost of Yotei that, for me, I'm like thinking, is this the best looking game that I've played? And that's up against like stiff competition with like The Last of Us and Horizon. I mean, Horizon looked amazing, but this makes Horizon look like, oh, doesn't look as
Really?
great. And that's not what I mean. Let me clarify what I mean. Like, the graphics are so good on Ghost of Yotei that it's questioning graphics in other games, even though they're equally amazing.
What I
Whether they
would,
probably are the same.
I would say, and I think this game looks incredible, but I think Sucker Punch are masters of making it look better than it actually is,
Yeah,
and
and that
I
is probably why
and
I'm
that's done
thinking that.
through lighting and color and
hmm
and the
Yeah,
camera angles and everything they do. Horizon Forbidden West for me is like picture perfect, and
oh
it's
yeah, uh,
stunning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I completely echo and agree with that. I'm not sitting for a moment now saying that Horizon looks absolutely terrible, but I think because of what you've just said, that when Sucker Punch, the way that they do their lighting and the
Their
camera
masters
angles,
of
and
it,
because it is so cinematic, there's just I'm engrossed by
Mm.
the aesthetics of the world, which is sort of playing into the hand that like I'm getting so distracted, like steering away from the main story stuff with all the side stuff. There's one bit that before I even get to that there's a bit at the beginning of putting down the Yotei six names. And I don't know if either of you, I don't know if you've seen this movie, but I look at it and think that it's taken a lot of inspiration from like Kill Bill in respect that she has like the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad. They do a terrible thing to her. Obviously, it's slightly different circumstances to what happens with Atsu and the family. Spoiler alert, but not really, because that could mean a lot of different things. But like, Kill Bill was set in Tokyo. She's got the list which you do at the beginning of the game, and I'm like, they have definitely taken inspiration from Kill Bill. It feels to me, and as someone that is Kill Bill is one of my all-time favorite movies, I'm loving that even more. I was speaking to our other friend James about it when he came around mine for gaming night, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I never really thought of it like that." And I don't know if either of you
I've not
picked
seen the
that up
film.
or, oh, okay, which no one that you absolutely have to see. But I love that. I just love the whole sort of notion of that influence, and like it reminded me of just how amazing the combat was in Ghost of Tsushima, because it's effortless. It's flawless, I should say. It's so satisfying just wiping out a whole group and doing your standoffs. And what I love is that they've not touched anything in regards to that. It feels very much sort of, I haven't, unless there's other combat things later in the game that are new. It to me feels exactly what was in Ghost of Tsushima, which it was perfectly Tsushima. Why change for Yotei? And they haven't.
The one big change
The
is the stances. The stances are gone, kind of. They've changed from
yeah.
stances to
Yeah.
different weapons,
Oh, okay.
which might be a spoiler for you. I don't know if you've got to the weapons yet, but there's more than one weapon in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I've not really scratched the surface, but I've done I think like 3 of the main missions and a whole lot of like side stuff. There's a couple of like horror elements in it. Like when I saw the snake the first time, that is fucking creepy. And when he like comes out with his mask,
Oh, the snake.
Whoa. I should
yeah,
have mentioned Ghost of Yotei in the last episode we done as a
I
horror
didn't.
game.
Instead of a horror game, just it was horror elements. The other bit that really scares me, and you'll laugh at this, I keep getting really freaked out when they keep talking about this fox spirit. Not a fan of that. Don't even the mention
Wait
of the
until you
word
see.
Just for
fox.
context, Andy, is that on the Kitsune mission?
The Fox Spirit?
Yeah. What Fox Spirit are we talking about?
I don't know what Steven's talking about with Fox Spirit.
Okay, moved
They
on.
keep referring to a fox spirit in one of the early missions.
Oh, maybe it is. The main story part of the story I done is very Fox
Okay.
orientated.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So, Stephen, you obviously get a choice in which route to go down. I went with
Yeah,
the
so
Oni, and he went with the Kitsune. So, I'm literally, I've got to the bit now where I'm about to go to Kitsune. So, just be careful with
The
spoilers
mask.
because everyone's done different bits.
I think
The
that's
mask
also
they wear
what
is literally a fox. Like,
Oh yeah, I've not seen that.
I don't know if you've noticed. You would have seen it in the first cutscene that
Might
they
have,
done
yeah,
with
but
Like you
ages
see all
ago.
of them, but yeah.
Yeah. I just had this notion that it's like an actual sort of like fox's den, and if it is, I'm out of there, or they're all just getting sliced. I can't.
Have you done any Fox's things yet, Stephen? What do you do? Because they're pivotal to the
He
game.
runs.
I'll just kill them. The thing is, they bring Ghost of Tsushima, right? Like,
Yeah,
and
they're
I don't remember.
pivotal. You have to stroke them and everything.
Oh, I
He
didn't do
pretty just
anything like.
avoided them. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I just avoided them in Tsushima. I don't actually remember coming across like massive. I only did the main stuff in Ghost of Tsushima. I will go back at some point and do the side stuff, but I think with Ghost of Yotei, what I'm absolutely loving, and I'm kind of gonna say a bit like Red Dead Redemption 2, not just because there is so much side stuff to do, but like the level of detail. So like going to the fire, playing the guitar, eating your food, like.
Did you listen to our episode?
Yeah, I don't think you listened to our episode. I hate that shit,
That's
Stephen.
funny.
I
You
hate.
don't like it?
Oh man, get that shit out of my game. I said it last time. I say it again.
Yeah.
I hate all the
Really?
controller shit they do. It's like Astrobot. Astrobot tried doing it. I was like, just fucking let me play the game. I'm not here to squiddle my
That's
controller like
so
this.
funny.
I feel
Oh, I
like
didn't get.
I'm getting major deja vu vibes. I always skip it. Every time it comes
I do
up, I
now,
skip
yeah.
it out of anger.
I said
It takes
I
too
said
long
I
to
don't
skip, by
mind
the
doing it
way.
the first time.
It takes too long.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking hurry up.
I mean,
But
hey,
we mentioned it's good that it's got that option though to
Yes, yeah,
skip,
yeah.
especially when so obviously like the campfire stuff you can usually avoid anyway, setting up camps if you don't need to or want to.
Yeah, but sometimes
But
you find people at
there are
camps.
yeah, and plus there are story missions that I've come across where
Yes.
part of the story is sitting down at camp,
Yeah.
so you're not forced to
yeah.
do it, but you have that option to skip, which
Yeah.
I'm happy they have that in there because if I was forced to sit down so many times during the story to do that, it would annoy. I would get fed up with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't
See,
mind doing it like the first time.
I'm the opposite. I mean, I'm surprised. I obviously didn't get around to that bit of the podcast, the early
He's
review.
obviously hasn't listened to it.
I listened to the first bit of it, which I said I did before, but I'm just finding myself more immersed in that. Like I'm really enjoying it. I suppose if it kept happening, maybe I'd get to the point where I'm like, all right, I've had enough of this. But the early bits of the first time that I sat at the campfire, did the guitar. I love the whole flashbacks between Atsu's adult
That's
and then
good. Yeah.
going back when she's a child. Like I
Hmm.
just think it is so immersive, and it's just distracting me from sort of like I get to points going, right, what was I actually doing in the first place? Because like I've killed like another bounty, or I've had a standoff, or I've seen something in the map that I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. And then you're unlocking like different abilities, and just I love all of that. And for someone like myself, I tend to just stick to the main mission, get the game completed, and then go back if I want to. So the fact that I'm getting so sort of carried away with the side stuff this early on, means that the game has just really immersed me into its world. And I mean, even to the point where like I've seen Atsu like naked when she's reflecting in like what is like looks like a spa bath,
The
and
hot
I'm like,
springs. Yeah.
Did you
yeah, and I'm
do
like,
any of those in the first game?
Apparently not, no,
Really? You get to see
because
Shin Sakai's
You got
ass
I
cheeks as
so
well.
much stuff.
when I played Tsushima, I just literally stuck to the
But
main
how did
sort of
you not even
mission.
come across like just one? Like I'm
I probably, to be
swear
fair,
like
Andy, I probably did, but I don't. I played it like in 2023. I don't remember that vividly. It's been a while since I played Ghost of Yotei. I may have done that, but I don't remember seeing Jim Sakai butt naked. I think I
Oh,
would
you
have
do.
remembered that.
You definitely do.
Oh, do you? Okay,
yeah.
it must be a case that I just don't recall it. But because obviously
Fair play
not
beating that
having
game
that,
without doing all that because that gives you extra health.
Yeah.
is that right? Just too good, mate. I think it was at the time where I was just so engrossed with the story of the combat that I was like, well, fuck all this other like stuff. I'm just focusing on the task at hand. But I think Ghost of Yotei is a much better experience if you actually like look at everything. So I am doing that, which means it's going to take me even longer to beat. But I don't want to rush this experience. I already feel like this is going to be a game I'm absolutely going to love. So like I've got no worries or problem. My only worry at this moment is I just want to have more time to play it really. I also think it's one of those games I don't want to just like do like an hour or so here or there. If I'm going to do it, I want to spend because I feel like an hour you don't do anything
That's
because like
interesting because today I had two 30-minute sections to play games today. Like that's all I had today. And I played Yotei and I got a fair bit
yeah,
done. I am
okay,
now I did the whole I got the Odachi Andy, I think I told you that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You told me.
I
Yeah.
did that within 30 minutes, which was a whole mission or yeah, whole mission. And then the second half now did more kind of like side stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but
it
it's up
could
to you.
just be
I agree with you. I'd rather spend 2 to 3 hours. And
yeah.
Saturday night, I spent about 3.5 hours on it. And I'll talk about my bits in a minute, but I had a fucking amazing time. But you
Yeah,
can just get bits done, especially if you like doing the side bits.
yeah, sure, and that is something that I'll probably. I think because again, I'm early into the game.
Yeah.
Like 5 hours is absolutely nothing. I think the more I get done, the more I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I can do this bit. I'm still sort of learning. Every time that I've played, the game has given me new bits to think about in terms of like outfits and upgrades, and there's just so much. Like I was Ghost of Tsushima to this sort of
Yeah.
level. I know I didn't do any side stuff. Was it as involved in that? There was all these different bits.
Yes, they
Or have they
had.
gone bigger with Ghost of Yotei?
Yeah, it's good. They've gone bigger. They had the bamboo strikes. They had the hot springs. They had the fox dens. Obviously, this time they've added wolf dens as well.
Mm.
They had side stuff. what this game does better is it feels more alive to me. Like I
Yes.
will come across people, and you did come across people in the game, Go Tsushima, but not like this. Like I'm just stumbling across things, and you're talking to them, think it's going to be
Yeah,
something really small, and it ends up being this big thing. I'm like, whoa, shit, okay, we're going
yeah,
so
Yeah.
much bigger here.
Well,
And one thing I
you
really, really want to praise this game for is it lets you pick your side, right? I chose to go for the Oni first. Obviously, this isn't a spoiler. You've taken down the Yotei 6. I've taken down the Oni, and now I'm going to Kitsune. And thinking that, I went to the Kitsune, and they were part of that mission. They were like, "Oh, you're the one. You're the one that took down the Oni." And I was like, "Hang the fuck on!
yeah,
I could have gone to you first." So you've actually kind of this
it,
game has purposely recorded the lines multiple times. I'm like,
so
yeah.
fair
That's cool.
play. That's a
Yeah,
good. That's a
was
tiny bit of detail, but it's that makes it feel much more alive to me.
I
yeah,
quite
yeah.
like that everybody's experience is different because like the mission that I did yesterday in regards to the six is I tried to take on Lord Sato. I won't explain what happened.
Really?
Yeah, out of all ones I picked, I was like, well, I'm going to go to Lord Sato and infiltrate his base. I didn't realise that it would then be a face-to-face confrontation
I've
with
not
Lord
even gone there
Sato.
yet.
Have
Shit.
you, have you
Um,
not done that bit yet, Welchy?
No, fuck that. He's the last one. He's number
It
6.
no, but it's not. It's not. It's part of the story. It's not like an actual. But it is.
I
It
know, I
is
know,
boss
I
fight.
know,
But
I know it's going to be that, but I have not bothered
yeah.
going
but
there yet. Fuck
it's
that.
not what you
So
think without
you
giving
haven't
any.
fought him at all.
No.
Oh, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, fuck
Have
Well,
you,
that.
I have
Andy?
as well. Yeah, I have.
So
Yeah.
you because what I liked about it is I was thinking, shit, if this is the case, have I like cheated the game early? But the way that it plays out, it blew my mind in terms of where it went.
I know what's going to
And
happen.
it
Well,
was
I don't know what's going to happen, but I went to go after the Oni. I went to go and take on the spider and the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. The brothers. Yeah.
Um, and that's where I got the Odachi. And then after that, they basically say, go and do the Kitsune first. Like I've no longer got the mission to go and take them down.
Okay.
okay.
So I think even though you've got an option, the only option really is Oni or Kitsune. After that, once you've done those two, then you'll do the spider and the dragon, and then you're going to go to
Yeah. Yeah.
Sato.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe what I'll do
Um,
next then is go to Sato and get that bit done because I don't want to miss that in case I take them all out. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it, what
Yeah.
do you
I don't
think?
know. It's interesting to know whether if you like avoid doing that now and then do other parts of Yotei, will that then just disappear and you
Mm.
miss out on that whole like
or
cutscene?
will it
Or
change
will
the
it force
outcome
it?
of that fight if you take down
I
other members? Maybe does it change the course of the actual
I'll
interaction?
tell you what then. I'll do
um
it the way I think
interesting.
it should be done and take down them all individually and then go to him
Yeah,
and I'll report back because I can just watch what you've experienced on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. It's not like a massive like thing.
No,
Mm. We'll see.
it's
We'll
Like
see.
it's
it.
like a
But oh yeah, I
yeah,
wanted to shout that out because they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to make it so you went to that place first, then they changed what's going to be said over this place. But it makes it
yeah, yeah.
feel
Yeah.
so real and alive. It's so good.
Do you know that I had a really funny moment? So I was going to, I think I was going like from home and then to the first sort of safe bit where you upgrade your armor. I can't remember the actual name of
It's
it.
the inn, right?
And
The
then
inn.
yeah, the inn, and then you have that side quest where you've got the guy who one of the people on the stalls, his friend's like gone out and hasn't come
Oh,
back,
the
Yeah,
and
monk.
then
yeah, the
Yeah,
monk.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I did that, and then on my way back from that, I encountered a bear, and I was like, "Oh, I can take this bear down." I've taken down two bears. The second one was successful. The first one wasn't so successful. The bear absolutely ripped me to pieces. Um, I went straight with the knife, thinking it would be absolutely a piece
Wait,
of piss.
wait. Do you have a bow and arrow yet, Stephen?
Yeah, I've got the arrow. Yeah, so I took it down with the bow and arrow second
Because
time around. I went
I can
straight
imagine
in.
you not buying the bow and just like running
No,
around with your sword. But
I've got the arrow, the one with the fire. I've got the dual swords, and
hmm,
then the single sword. But like it was just quite funny that I thought I could take on a bear with my basic sword that you get at the very beginning of the game, and
You
that didn't
can.
end
It's just
particularly well.
hard.
Oh yeah, I just
wow.
thought a couple of hits, that bear's gonna be fucking dead. I'm gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio from The Revenant. But then I made my mission. I was like, the next fucking bear that I see, like you ain't beating me, buddy. So the arrows then did it. But again, it's little things like that that I just get so distracted, and then I have to go back on map, and go right. Where actually was I going in the first instance?
This
So that's a
is
massive compliment.
a very light spoiler because it's a side mission, but more for Andy. Have you come across the man who has a pet bear?
No, but I've done a mission where you save a bear.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that one. So yeah, that's so
Yeah,
interesting how we've all done different things. But there's a guy who has a pet bear, and again,
yeah,
I just stumbled across it, started speaking to him, and it went down this whole fucking side mission. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy because like it's similar to the mission that I've done then in terms of you save like a bear cup, is it like a baby bear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Cup.
you save it and then you take it back to the village and then they take the bear in. So it'd be funny if it's like linked to
Yeah.
that somehow.
So
Because they
do
start
you
talking
think
about this whole bear story. It's like
that's what they wanted, that everybody's experience is slightly different based on the choices that you make, or is that just something that we've just
No,
done
I think I'll be able to find.
unintentionally?
I think I'll be able to find that mission, and Andy be able to find my one. I think you can do everything in this game. Like, there's not going to be things you can miss. Obviously, the dialogue's slightly different, which is good.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
And you can do things in different orders. But I think essentially everyone's experience will be
It's the
different in terms of order things are done, not in terms of the
actual story.
decisions. Definitely, yeah. It's just
Okay.
in
Yeah.
terms
But
of the
that's
way you do things.
good
Yeah,
though.
yeah. That's like
Yeah.
exactly what I want. I like them to be. This is the story. You do it in your order, but this is the story. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And you mentioned earlier, Welchy, about wolves den. I literally wrote down 14 hours in, I just came across my first wolf den. And I
What
was
the
like,
fuck, Andy? I've done like
yeah,
6.
that's what I mean though. There's like this game has to be one of the best games for having side stuff and the way that they've done it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like you just like I don't always like, for example, the first Spider-Man game, there's loads of side stuff in there and side quests that you can do and different challenges and stuff. But the way that Yotei does it is that it feels so smooth and
Yes, yeah, yeah.
effortless
Yeah.
that it just feels like I was doing like the main story, the Fox one, and halfway through, I thought I was almost done with that main part of the story, but halfway through, I started doing one of the masters, for one of the other weapons, and I wanted to get that, and then and then just got caught up in that, and ended up doing loads of other bits. And like you said, like we said in the first episode, you've got that golden bird that comes down as well. So I'll be going to Hot Spring. And another
Yeah.
thing I want to praise this game is the treasure maps that you can get because
It's
that
so
allows
good.
you to pinpoint so much stuff on the map,
Yeah.
which is useful for leveling up your character and getting points to upgrade your skill points and stuff. So I'll be doing one thing, going to a hot spring that I pinpointed, and then all of a sudden I see this golden bird come down, and it's taking me on this whole huge side quest. And I'm like, "Fuck, what's just happened?" And I've ended
Yeah.
up halfway across the map. But yeah, it's amazing
And
how they do that.
that's exactly what I'm loving, because again, I'm not known. I don't tend to get lost inside stuff. I like to be focused, be clear about where I'm going. Andy's absolutely right. It's so effortless, and it just feels like I've been on like a couple of missions and then been diverted away to like do the bounty standoff, and there's going to be loads of other things that I'm going to come across. I think I've had one bird that and the treasure map is another one that I've done. But I've literally just scratched the surface within 5 hours. And I'm just so excited to it's like a learning experience. I love it. And in a way, because obviously I didn't do the side stuff with Ghost of Yotei, I think I'm enjoying it even more for that reason, because like this is all completely new to me. And it does feel like Ghost of Yotei, like with Ghost of Yotei, when I was playing it, I didn't feel like that. I didn't get carried away. I didn't get distracted, but I've done that immediately with Yotei. So there must be a reason or something that Yotei does that Tsushima doesn't, that has made me play in
It's
that sort of way.
it's it's the exploring, like on
Yeah,
Ghost. Like obviously you was limited to how much you could explore in the first one,
Yeah.
whereas in Ghost of Yotei they've opened the map up. You can go explore whatever you want, and even
yeah,
if you decide to focus on doing the main story, the side stuff is so immersive, and
yeah,
it's it's incredible the way they've done it that you still get distracted. You still want to do those bits because it's all
yeah,
adding to your
absolutely.
character development and stuff. So
Mm.
um, obviously, one thing I did want to mention is I did get my first Easter egg. So there are nods to
The
the
first
first
game.
game in this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So when you
okay.
get to the next part, Welchie, make sure you read all the scrolls that are around. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. The Kitsune bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So obviously you can pick up scroll. I don't know if you've seen them, but
I haven't got to him
there's
yet, or her. Him.
have you picked up like any scrolls though from like any areas?
Uh, all the hot springs, I think, have a scroll or like a piece of paper.
So there's like, I don't know if you've done any, but basically there's like hidden buildings as such, and you have to do like a puzzle to unlock the door. And then when you unlock the door, you go inside, and there's loads of like gear you can get, and there'll be a scroll that'll be a message from like Lord Sato, and it basically gives you like more of his plans and stuff. So there's
Nice.
loads of those around the map. I've done several of those.
I haven't seen one of them.
Uh, but yeah, so they have scrolls in. But when you do that main story part, there's a scroll that is an Easter egg to the first
Okay,
game.
cool.
And I was like, oh, that's sick. Yeah.
We need to move on to other games, but one other thing that has to be praised about this game, and I hope you guys have noticed this, is when you turn the game off, turn it off and get shut down for the night and come back on the next day, and
Exactly where you
you
are.
press it on, it doesn't
And it
do
takes
any
you,
Oh no.
loading. It's just like
Yeah.
bam.
No, yeah.
I was like,
and it
what the
takes
Yeah.
you.
fuck?
It either takes you back to your like last like I know auto saves, but I'm also manually
I
saving it
manual
'cause I
save,
like
yeah.
having that
Yeah, I do
like
the same, yeah.
reassurance that it's there. So either takes you back to your last save bit, or like when I logged off on Saturday to then go on to rematch, when I then played on Sunday, it took me to the exact same place that I was when I left. It
Yeah.
didn't even take me back to save point. It was like I was literally like, oh, I've just come out of that campfire that I've made to make a bit of dinner, and now I can continue going towards the base for Lord Sato. And I was like, wow, you're absolutely right. That's insane.
It's insanely quick. Like I have never.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was very
Yeah.
good at this as well, but not this good.
Well,
Every time I'm like, oh shit, yeah, we're just in.
like,
This is amazing. It's honestly
I
mind blowing.
remember playing Miles Morales and like actually counted it on a stopwatch, and it was like 28 seconds, I think it took from
No.
turning on the
Oh,
PS5.
with
No,
all
from
the
turning
logos
on
and
the
stuff.
PS5
Yeah.
to then get to getting into it. This is probably like from pressing the game 12, 30 seconds, and you're in. Like
From pressing the
maybe if
game,
you.
for me, it's like 2. It's like honestly, it feels like it's just like bang, you're in.
I'm talking from like if you're on your dashboard and
Yeah,
you
so am
click
I.
it.
Yeah.
I
That's
press the
what I
game, I'm
Yeah.
in. It
You
doesn't
think? Well,
it
you
doesn't
think
go to
like
the main menu.
I don't think. No, it does bring up the menu. I think it's a bit more than 2 seconds, but it is relentlessly quick
He's
in
gonna
terms of
time
how.
It's
I'm going to time it
honestly
now.
insanely
I'm
quick.
It is quick, yeah.
I'm going to report back next week and tell you how long it takes from turning from the menu to how, and if it could be like 5 or 6 seconds, maybe it feels even shorter than what I actually think it is. But yeah, it's very impressive.
It's mind blowing. Yeah, I'm about 15 hours in. Can't wait to play more. We're hoping to review it in 2 weeks. If we beat it or not, we might have to move it, but it's going to be tight for me with Pokemon coming out. But I do want to quickly talk about Hades 2. I brought it up last week with Jack. In last week's episode, I said I'm loving it and I can't get past the second boss. I am
You beat it?
very happy to announce that
Hey.
the way we record these episodes, we're recording this on a Monday. This episode will come out on a Friday, so a lot can happen in those 4 days. I happened to beat that second boss the day the podcast came out, so I was like, it's already old news,
Okay.
but fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally beat it, and what I mentioned in the podcast is that it's a roguelike. Obviously, I think we all understand what roguelikes are now, but you can unlock things through your runs which are permanent. And one of those things that I had to get straight away because I knew it'd be good is that you can get essentially one revive. So you die, but you get one more chance, and if you get like 50% of your health, whatever it is. I needed to get to that second boss with that intact to have a chance, and I'd done that a few times and still failed because I was just struggling with it. And then I got to a point in the game where it's like, actually, here we go. You can now upgrade these things, and you can make that 2 revives. I was like, okay, I need to focus all my energy on that. Got that 2 revives. I was like, okay, now I should be okay. Not only did I get to that second boss with both revives intact, I beat the second boss with both revives intact. I was like, why all of a sudden am I fucking good at this game?
Yeah.
Obviously, it took me probably 6 or 7 attempts, and I learned their moves. I learned what to do. So it's very good at that. It's like you just keep working at it, and you will naturally get better. Which like anything in life, but. Then I went on to the next area and got quite far. I actually got to the third boss on that attempt because I had those revives. And that third boss is a hint, or it is something from the first game, which I thought was really, really fucking cool. I never beat the first game, but I still played enough to know what this was. So if you love Hades 1 and think about Hades 2, it's got those references in it as well. I died to that third boss. I got close though. I got close, so I think I could do it. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. This is gonna be, well, Ghost of Yotei as well. Game of the year this year for our podcast
It's
is gonna
so
be
tough, man.
insane. Like, I
Yeah,
know I'm the only one playing Hades, so if I put it high, it's not gonna win the collective Game of the Year for us naturally. Um, but for my own personal list, it's gonna be insane because
Yeah.
I thought I was done with my Expedition 33 and Split Fiction as my top two, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
can think
before
of.
Switch. Yeah,
And then Donkey Kong is like hovering around it, but I think they're my top two. But with Yotei and Hades 2 now, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
it's tough
This is
decision.
insane.
Yeah,
That's an awful choice or choices that you've got to make.
And I need to play games like Blueprint still at some point, hopefully. Silent Hill F if I get around to it. And what's the other game? Outer Worlds 2 might be good. And Metroid Prime 4. So, like, this could
mm.
be absolutely
There's-
insane for my list. So I'm very excited to see what we all pick. Yotei's naturally going to come high, I think, because if it ends up being an amazing game like it currently is, Jack's obviously going to be involved as well. It's going to be high on, or relatively high on all four of our lists. So I
yeah,
think
Yeah.
we would
naturally
have
it's
all
going to be
played
up
it.
there. And Expedition 33 should be, because it'd be three of us, obviously not Stephen. There's going to be games where all four have played it,
Split
so it's naturally going to be higher
Split
because it
Fiction,
adds
because
points.
by the time we get to that, I'll have Split Fiction done.
But
So
Jack
that
probably
will
hasn't.
be,
So again, that's 3 out of 4. Four out
yeah,
of four
sure.
games will be rematch
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Yotei.
Why not?
shit.
Why not
Yeah.
be on my list?
What'd you say, Andy?
I
Might not
said
be
it
on your
might not be on
list.
my list.
Rematch.
It might be, it might not be.
You're
Who
not coming
knows?
back on this podcast next year if you don't put rematch to the top 10.
There's no way that you're
Yeah,
not having rematch on your list. No way.
Who knows?
rematch is a
Have to
fucking
find out.
amazing game. Rematch,
Yeah,
Yotei,
I concur.
and Gears Reloaded are the only three that I can think that all four of us would have played.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think,
gonna try not to include Gears, but yeah,
and I want to not include it because I've played it. This is the third fucking or the second remake, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a great game. It's hard to ignore.
But also,
And
it's the first time it's come onto PlayStation, so
Yes,
technically it is a new game.
it's
Similar
allowed
to,
in. It's allowed in. There's no rules
yeah.
against it. It's just
I still also want to try and get a chance because Forza Horizon 5 wasn't it this year as well?
no.
Forza? Was it last year?
Forza Horizon 5. Oh, PlayStation
No,
on
was this
PlayStation,
year.
he means,
yeah,
yeah,
for the PlayStation one. Because if we're including Gears, surely we can include
that's
Forza as well.
You can add it if you want, but it's not. No one else is playing it, so it's like a
No, true. But it'd be interesting if like another game that I can see about
yeah.
if it
If
if
you
it
want to,
lands.
if you want to influence the final results, you'd pick something that more people have played, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, you're
Yeah,
not
no,
going to
I
get your
agree.
game in. But you
Yeah,
get me.
yeah.
But yeah, Hades 2, incredible. I'm hopefully going to beat it, but obviously Pokemon's coming out. I'm still playing FIFA and NBA on the Switch, so I'm just fucking
There's just not enough
too
time
many
to play.
games. And
I know, it's
as good as it
ridiculous.
is, I would love to just spend all my time on Yotei or all my time on Hades, but I can't
yeah.
because I'm
Yeah,
loving career mode and on both NBA and FIFA.
yeah.
Stephen, you want to quickly talk about Fortnite?
Yeah, only because I mean this is my other issue. Like I'm still playing my career mode, sometimes dabbling into Ultimate EFC, but again, that's just I say I'm going to play for half an hour, and then that turns out to be an hour and a half. It's one of those games that you can easily get lost in. Fortnite, though, for their Halloween season, they are releasing. I've been wanting since I've started to buy lots of Fortnite skins. I've wanted Ghostface, I've wanted Art the Clown, I've wanted Jason, the Black Phone, and thought, oh, it'll be really cool to get all of the Scooby Doo cast members and the Mystery Machine. That is all coming to Fortnite over the next week, with Art coming at the end of the month. It's insane.
As
Like
in,
in terms of
are they
skins that
all things you buy or in the battle pass?
you buy.
Stephen, you're going to be fucking poor, man. Like what?
Mate, I know. So I've had to dip into the emergency funds to top up my V-Bucks, but I can't not have them in my Fortnite locker. And like Ghostface, so when my friend James came around on Friday, our friend I should say, sorry Andy, you defriended you just then. Well, our friend when he came around on Friday, it released at 1 a.m. and I've been saying for years that I can't wait to have Ghostface thinking that Fortnite are not going to do it because like Fortnite is a 12, but they have a lot of kids playing it. And I was like, well, Ghostface maybe because we've already got like Saw and Jason and all that. But like, I thought there's no chance in hell that Art the Clown's going to be on Fortnite.
Yeah.
And I just, they've released it all at once. So just having these like horror characters and then like getting victories with them, like it keeps drawing me in. Like I have to separate my time between Yotei and Fortnite and EFC and Rematch as well. It's mental, but like it's incredible. This is probably the best like promo that Fortnite have done in like ages. And just when our friend released the schedule, I was like, my bank account's not liking that. It's really not liking that. Why could you not done it over like bit now and then bit in November? Why did it have to be all in the matter of like 5 days?
Is there any of them in the battle pass or like a challenge or anything?
There are quests that so Ghostface was one where there were little phone booths around the map, and you would hear the phone ring, and then if you stepped inside the phone booth and you came out, you then became Ghostface, and you had a really powerful knife. You could press L2 and it would scan the map as a telephone, and if it identified an enemy, Ghostface's voice would come on and say like a quote, which was insane. But then they released it as a skin at 1 o'clock. Which is quite funny that you can jump either now between Ghostface as the Bolt skin and then Ghostface as the skin in the map, or like I was Michael Myers, so I jumped between Michael Myers, Ghostface, and it was incredibly funny. There are ones on the Battle Pass, but none of the sort of exclusive ones, obviously. I've got Shaggy and Scooby Doo because that came out, and in the next few days, Fred, Daphne, Velma. So I'll have the whole Scooby Doo set, and you can drive around in the Mystery Incorporated machine. Like, I know obviously that people be going, that's just a waste, and it don't really matter. But like, I have spent a lot of money on my Fortnite account. Like, I have got a hell of a lot on there, and they're just releasing characters that I love. So like, I think it's great. And also then in November we've got the Simpsons world. So not just as this wasn't bad enough, we've then got a whole season dedicated to like one of my all-time favorite TV shows. So it's almost
You're
like
not buying any new games this year then?
No, I still will be because I've now also got to buy Battlefield 6 because I can't play the campaign on EA Play, which has really annoyed me. I was going to do that. I looked on the PlayStation Store to try and get it, and then realised that it's not on EA Play. And then not only that, I did some research, and they would only let you play the first 2 hours, which makes sense because otherwise everyone would just get like the 10-hour access, do the campaign, and like not buy the game. So I've now got to buy the game to get that campaign. So yeah,
It makes
a lot
sense,
going
but
on.
it's bollocks because the whole point of EA Play, one of the benefits of EA Play
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
play a trial game for 10 hours. All right, except for Battlefield. Fucking grow
Yeah.
some balls. Most people that play Battlefield are playing for multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I get it.
I'm in the
I was going to do
minority.
it as well, and I get it because I would be taking advantage of what they've got. But if it's a benefit, I'm giving you my
It's
money.
meant to benefit you.
I'm giving you my money
Yeah,
still. It's
Yeah.
still money.
The thing is,
The
like,
other
I don't think companies think about that like properly because they think, oh, they'll make more money by if they reduce it to 2 hours, so they have to buy the game. But then you're not just going to buy it. Like, I potentially would have done the same thing, bought EA Play to play it.
Mhm.
I won't
Nope.
essentially buy the game to play it. If it had, I would have bought EA Play and paid a tenner for it. Do you know what I mean?
And then if you
So they're pretty
dabble in
lost out on.
multiplayer and love it, you're like, oh fuck, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So they're probably lost out on money.
I mean,
I think so.
take away like the campaign side. If say you still had it as a 10-hour, I could have done a couple of hours of the campaign, which I would have played anyway, but then spent the rest of my time trying out multiplayer. Who knows? I may have liked it. Where now
Yeah.
I am going to buy it because I really want to play the campaign. I've been waiting for a next gen Battlefield. I think I've been saying it for ages that that's what I want. So I will pay the money for it, and I might dabble in multiplayer. But then you've got Black Ops 7 right around the corner. If I've got a chance between playing Battlefield and Call of Duty, I'm going to lean more towards COD just because I'm familiar with it. Unless I play the online Battlefield 6 and I find it really, really interesting, and then I might start playing it. But they should have some form of it. I don't understand why, and all the other Battlefield games have been on EA Play. So why have they looked at 6 and gone, nah, we're not gonna bother with that.
Yeah, it's pissed me off only because I'm not getting my benefit. But this might be the 1 year. I say 1 year. That's a complete false statement. I don't see myself playing much COD this year after playing that beta. I feel like it's going to be a play the campaign, play a bit multiplayer, and then piss off on something else. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But from what I played on the beta, it's not pulling me in. And is there anything else you want to talk about before we go today?
The only other game I've been playing is EA FC 26, and yeah, it's sort of nice to jump on Yotei for a few hours. Obviously, I'm really immersed in that at the moment, but when we sort of jump off, have a couple games in FIFA and stuff, started getting used to the mechanics. It's like on most FIFAs, you have to get used to the game, and when I first play the game, I don't sort of look into tactics too much and settings and stuff. But after the way that this game started, with how crazy the games were, like the defending was so difficult. So I sort of done more research into tactics, what the go-tos were, changed my settings, and yeah, I'm managing the mechanics of the game a lot easier now. I've obviously done my first weekend league and got 11-4, so that's sort of my standard record, sort of what I was getting on the last FIFA.
Just the standard 11-4, that's easy money.
And yeah, it's like, I swear, like EA know when I'm about to stop playing, because I had 120k coins or like 150k coins. So I was like, I'm not going to play this anymore. Like Yotei's out. I'm really enjoying Yotei. Let me just spend my 120 coins in a pack so I don't play it. And then obviously I sent that pack into the Discord, and I got like 7 or 8 walkouts in one pack, and packed a Brolin, the hero, who's like 200, 300k. And it's like, they must be inside my head, because now all of a sudden I pack players that I want to use. So obviously I've been able to build a slightly better team than what I was using before. And with me getting used to the mechanics, I'm starting to use these players in the right way. And yeah, I've got better at defending, got better at scoring. So I am enjoying it a bit more than what I originally was when I first sort of gave my thoughts on it. But yeah, I feel like FIFA's always like that, and it'll get to a point where they change it, and I won't be asked to keep up with the grind. Like they've obviously made a big thing out of the power curve, and what I've noticed with that, and I've seen a lot of people on TikTok saying it, is that they've slowed the power curve, so you get less packs, shitter rewards from playing, so it's become more pay to win. And as soon as I come up against a team that's better than mine, even if they're not better, I'm noticing a massive difference. So anyone that's got a similar team to mine or worse, I'm beating them. Anyone that's got a team that's got icons, or like the Vinny Juniors, the Dembélés, the Rafinhas, the Yamals, like yeah, like they're just insane teams, and they're like pay to win. So they've slowed the power curve, but I think that's just benefited them more, because now you have to buy FIFA points to keep up. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm obviously someone that likes getting rewards from playing.
The other thing that I'm noticing like more and more, like, so I'm loving the career mode. It's the first time that like I'm playing it on world class, and I'm actually considering bumping up to legendary. I'm just winning every game like really comfortably. Like I think Fulham I won 8-1, Palace I beat 5-2. Like I'm getting 5 goals plus every game. And like with world class, what I've noticed in previous years is that I do tend to win majority of them, but some games against better opposition are challenging. You have to really work hard to get the victory. But it's becoming too easy. But I don't want to up it to legendary and then get absolutely walloped. Like, I don't know, is there going to be a middle ground? It's kind of like if you go professional too easy, and if world class was too hard. But now I'm just doing really well on that. But then on Ultimate Team, it's just mental, the games. Like every game is like 6-5 to my opponent, or 7-5, or 5-4. Like I was going through a period of time where I was like, I'm getting used to defending, and there are moments where I am, but then there are moments where it just feels absolutely impossible to stop the opponent from scoring. Like I don't understand. Like I'm doing the same thing throughout the game, and then there'll be a 10-minute spell where my defenders just don't do anything, or my keeper will not make a single save. Obviously I know that you've done like research, and you're just insane. It annoys me how good you are at the game. It's always what I wanted to aspire to, and I never get to. But I do find that sometimes it's really frustrating when you feel that you've just got no control, and that is still there.
The defending is a lot harder in this game, but like I say, once you start getting used to the mechanics, you'll start to sort of eliminate some of those defensive issues. But obviously, in this case, I think it will come down. I'm not taking the piss. It will come down to more physical issues, especially on this FIFA. Because if you're pressing circle a lot, it's quite easy to drag your players out. And if you're this, like, I have found the switching to be a little less responsive compared to the last FIFA. So if you're switching to your defenders instead of your midfielders, if you're pressing circle to try and tackle, like, they're all things that you shouldn't be doing, and you're probably getting opened up quite easily. It's also like if you go into your settings and if you've got tactical defending over advanced defending, that's also something you want to switch to make it easier for you to defend and stuff. So there are changes you can make. But
I just think it's more so that I can go 70 minutes defending really solidly, and then in a 10-minute spell, even I'm doing the exact same thing that's been working for like a good proportion of the game, and then it just feels like it changes. But obviously, I need to just practice a little bit more. But I am seriously considering upping my difficulty on career mode because I don't want to win every single game like 7 or 8. That's not fun. I want a challenge. I want it to be tough, and I'm not getting that. So yeah, there's a lot going on. When the pass is right, when the gameplay works, it's a lot of fun, but it's still not as consistent as I would like it to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing career mode on FIFA, obviously on the Switch, so I can't speak about Ultimate Team, but we need to wrap up. But Stephen, you wanted to quickly talk about Rematch?
Yeah, just that I'm going for the platinum. I've literally got like 6 trophies left, and then I'll have the platinum. So the big one is I've got to go for like a number of assists. So I've got to now not think about, oh, I'm going to score, and actually like keep passing. But yeah, it's quite fun. Like I've got an odd number of platinum, so I want to get it to get an even number. And I think it'd be a fun platinum, particularly I've only got a few trophies left. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing in between EFC, Fortnite, and Yotei.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to platinum that one at some point, but I've not played season 1 yet. I really want to, but it's just too many games. It's absolutely mental at the moment. Cool. That's been a fun episode. Andy, before we go, where can people follow you?
so you can find me over on Twitch at Andy_Y_07, and also on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at AB Collectibles or AB Collectibles 24. Thank you very much.
And Stephen, where can people follow you?
Yeah, just on my TikTok at DJ Bagpuss and on my YouTube channel of the same name. Allies and Arsenal will be back next week. Yeah, we'll be next week, but it'll be back.
Thank you all for listening to the Late Night Gamer podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a follow, leave a rating, and tell a friend about us. You can follow us on all social medias with the handle at the LNG Pod. Next week, we are back with our Pokemon Legends ZA early review, so look out for that one. Until then, I've been your host, Welchy, and my guests have been Andy.
Yeah, thank you as always, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I'm excited for the next episode.
And Stephen.
Yeah, been a pleasure as always. And yeah, loving the amount of games that we're playing at the moment. The Keep On Gaming really is useful at this moment in time because there's just so much to play.
Thank you all for listening and keep on gaming.